Doc won't say if Donald Trump has his vote this November. But he knows one thing for certain.
I'm not going to vote for Hillary, let's just say that.
Here in rural Pennsylvania, a state that could help decide the presidential election, guns are a way of life. Doc says the next Islamic State attack could happen here. That's why he legally carries a concealed weapon for protection.
If we continue on this path, the country's just going to get softer and softer.
And he says Clinton can only make things worse.
There's always that fear that she's going to take our guns.
An accusation Donald Trump has repeated on the campaign trail.
Hillary wants to essentially abolish the Second Amendment.
And that Clinton has pushed back on.
I understand and respect the tradition of gun ownership. It goes back to the founding of our country. But I also believe that there can be and must be reasonable regulation.
That doesn't sit well with lifelong Democrat John Larkin, who says the gun issue helped settle his vote for Trump.
I vote on guns and I don't even have a gun. I vote on guns because if I want a gun, I should be allowed to have it. They'll chip away at your rights.
Small-town barber Sondra carries a pistol in her purse for protection.
We all kind of carry. I mean, that's just the norm anymore. And I think it's a sad situation when we all have to carry a gun because we're afraid of our communities, of what could happen.
Polling shows that the gap between voters who support gun rights and voters who support stricter gun control laws has only grown this election season. Almost 90% of Trump supporters say that guns do more to protect people than to put them at risk. And that's a very different view from the majority of Clinton's supporters.
Are you familiar with what we do?
Gun owner Lauren Huber is trying to convince her neighbors here in rural Virginia that a vote for gun control and Hillary Clinton makes sense.
She's not trying to strip away anybody's Second Amendment rights. She's just trying to reduce the 33,000 gun deaths that happen a year.
Huber, who runs a gun safety course, says Trump's warnings about terrorism and immigration are exaggerated.
He is really selling the story of fear. It's an irrational fear when we are really seeing that our own citizens are killing each other.
As Election Day gets closer, the two sides of the gun debate couldn't be farther apart.
You will be able to keep your guns, you will be able to still have the Second Amendment, but we can do something to reduce these gun deaths.
Even if they come from very similar ways of life.
We love our guns, and it's going to stay this way, no matter what.
Katherine Gypson in Harrisonburg, Virginia, VOA News.
Okay, well, fantastic. Thank you very much.